Well, I think it's always important because artists are part of what the community is all about, and art is what the community is all about, not just industry and trade, and it's also the culture, and visual art is part of that culture.
Enthusiasts gathered at the Art Gallery of Algoma last night for the launch of their summer exhibits. This year, the 5 local artists featured are all women, making this exhibit a unique one for the gallery.
I just work on my art with, I pick up people's stories, okay, and lately I've been sort of correlating them to history stories. Like, for instance, one of the stories that's very popular right now and very gung-ho in the world is the story of migration. And then there's the story of empire and how it shafted us, you know. So different peoples have different stories.
I think glass inspires me because it's just a wonderful medium to work with. It has a life of its own, and you can be so creative with it. And I love nature, and I love expressing nature, and so glass just becomes a really good medium for you to do that because it changes all the time. It's hard to work with. It's very scientific. You got to pay attention to the rules, but then sometimes you can break them, and that's what makes it fun.
Industry and trade, and it's also the culture, and visual art is part of that culture, and I think that it identifies who we are, and people can see sort of what people who live here want to talk about in terms of their through their artwork, in terms of their thoughts and perspectives on life, on different issues in life. So I think that really defines or helps to define what the community is all about and who are the people who live here.
I like geology and geologic structures and the idea of like deep time. So that refers to like the existence of time beyond human existence. So it's very large spans, and I'm interested in like how we can perceive that and how the Earth produces stuff in that kind of like time span and how beautiful they are, but how like overlooked they can be within a human frame.
A lot about sort of mortality and disease and people's lives and growth, and I trying to come at it from both like a scientific and an arts perspective, like where do those meet, and but then I started, as I've been working on this and things have changed and I've become a mother, and I've been thinking a lot more about the environment, and sort of there's overarching eco-anxiety that's prevalent because of the state of the world, that has started to come into play, and I thought these could also be an ode to space or the environment or place, or so it kind of expanded.
I just love this place. And I guess what brings me to being an artist in Sault Ste. Marie as a professional artist more is the people, the atmosphere, the landscape. Everything about it is the climate of creativity, I would say.